The Last Wish of a Little Soul. Diagnosis. For the Miller family, this day started out like any other. David and Elizabeth, caring parents, were preparing to spend the weekend together as a family. But their world was suddenly shattered when their daughter Lila began complaining of strange symptoms. Initially, they didn't think much of it, considering it as a usual discomfort, but as time went on, the symptoms worsened and the parents began to worry. The worry escalated with each passing hour as Lila grew weaker and more apathetic. Eventually, the parents decided it was necessary to seek medical help. They hurried to the nearest hospital, where a series of tests and examinations began. As they awaited the results, the tension in the Miller family only grew. And when the doctors finally delivered the diagnosis, cancer, the world of the parents crumbled. It was a blow they couldn't have foreseen. Now began the fight for the life and health of their precious daughter, as well as an internal search for strength and determination to face this trial. Last Wish Lila continued to battle the illness in the hospital, with each passing day becoming increasingly difficult. In one of the early morning hours, when she was feeling particularly unwell, she summoned her parents to her side. The hearts of the parents ached with pain as they saw their daughter in such a state. But Lila was resolute in her intention. She expressed her last wish, for her parents not to grieve her departure, but to take care of another boy she had seen in the hospital. This wish stunned the parents, but it reflected their daughter, generous, kind, and caring. Lila pleaded with her parents to fulfill her request, and they couldn't refuse her. It was their promise, and they accepted it with heartfelt commitment. This moment became a significant turning point in the Miller family's life, as they realized that their daughter would leave behind not only a memory, but also a true legacy of love and compassion. Hope. The hearts of the parents are heavy with grief, but their souls are filled with determination and hope. Lila remains in the hospital, continuing her battle with the illness, but her words leave a deep imprint on her parents' hearts. For David and Elizabeth, hope becomes a bright spark in the darkness. They look to the future with faith that a miracle can happen, that their daughter will overcome the illness. They know the road will be tough, but they are ready to walk it as long as there is a glimmer of hope in their hearts. Every day they spend by Lila's side, supporting her, giving her their love and confidence that everything will be fine. Hope becomes their pillar, and they decide not to give up as long as there is even the slightest chance of recovery and a happy ending to their family story. Fear. Despite the hope, fear envelops the hearts of the parents like a heavy blanket. They feel its oppressive weight, like the burden of the world on their shoulders. Fear for the future of their daughter, fear for their family, fear of the unknown. David and Elizabeth's hearts ache with pain as they imagine how the illness might affect their child's life. They struggle not to succumb to this fear, but it still penetrates their thoughts and souls. Fear makes them doubt, lose confidence, and hope. But they decide not to let fear take over. They decide to fight, to hold on to hope and love, no matter what. Because only in this way can they overcome all obstacles and reach a brighter tomorrow. In search of answers. Hearts burdened with worry and concern, the parents seek answers to the questions that torment their souls. They turn to doctors, study medical reports, and search for any possibility to understand what is happening to their daughter. They spend countless hours in hospital corridors, talking to medical staff, and examining every fragment of information that could shed light on their situation. Their minds intertwine in attempts to unravel the knot of uncertainty that has entwined their lives. Fear and uncertainty make this process agonizing, but they are willing to do whatever it takes to find the answers that will help them save their daughter. Light in the darkness. The time spent in the hospital feels like an eternity, but even in the darkest moments, the hearts of the parents find light in the darkness. This light is the support and love they receive from their loved ones, friends, and even strangers. In every word of support, in every embrace, in every glance, they see a glimmer of hope. They feel that they are not alone in their struggle, that a multitude of people stands behind them, ready to support and help them in this difficult time. This becomes their anchor, giving them strength and motivation not to give up. The medical staff also plays an important role, providing not only medical assistance, but also emotional support. In every nurse's smile, in every doctor's word, they see hope for their daughter's recovery. This light in the darkness gives them the strength to move forward, to fight, and to hope for the best despite all the difficulties. Resilience. In the depths of their souls, the parents find hidden reserves of resilience. They realize that they are stronger than ever, ready to go through fire and water to protect their child. Resilience becomes their best friend in the face of adversity. They overcome pain and fatigue, getting back on their feet again and again, even when it seems that their strength is failing. Determination and resilience in every movement, in every glance, remind them of the goal for which they are fighting. Their spirit is unbroken, and they are ready to move forward, even when the path seems hopeless. Inner search. Under the pressure of difficulties and trials, the parents embark on a deep inner search, seeking answers to the questions that trouble their souls. It is a time of self-reflection and self-discovery, when they turn to themselves for strength, wisdom, and solutions. During this process of inner journey, they reconsider their values, beliefs, and life priorities. They turn to their faith, their inner voice, to find direction in this sea of uncertainty. This inner search reveals new aspects of their personality and strength that they were not aware of before. They discover within themselves resources of endurance, patience, and determination that help them overcome difficulties and continue to fight no matter what obstacles they face. This process becomes for them a spiritual and emotional guiding light that illuminates their path through the darkness of uncertainty and fills their hearts with hope and confidence in the future. Sparks of hope. Amidst the dark shadows of fear and anxiety, the parents discover small sparks of hope that penetrate through the cracks of their hearts. These moments of light bring them relief and faith that even in the darkest times, there is room for hope. Sparks of hope arise from small victories and signs of improvement in their daughter's condition. They see how every little step forward brings relief and hope for the better. These moments become a source of inspiration and motivation for them to keep fighting. They understand that although the path ahead may be difficult and rugged, each spark of hope illuminates their way and gives them the strength to keep going. Decision. After much contemplation and inner struggle, the parents make a decision not to let fear and despair take over them. They decide to be strong, to be a pillar of support for their daughter, despite all the difficulties. This decision does not come easily. They understand that the path ahead will be difficult and full of trials, but they are ready to walk it to protect their child and give her a chance for a better future. Now, with determination and resilience in their hearts, they accept the challenge, preparing for the difficulties ahead and moving together into an unpredictable future where every step is an act of faith and love, closer to the goal. With each stage passed, each trial overcome, the parents draw closer to their goal, their daughter's recovery and well-being. They feel how the strength of their spirit grows with each obstacle overcome. This journey is filled with difficulties, but together they move forward, supporting each other and believing that their efforts will not be in vain. They see how small victories add up, creating a powerful wave of hope and optimism. Every day brings new challenges, but they do not stop. Their determination to reach the goal and their love for their daughter keep them on the path, filling their hearts with confidence that soon they will be able to overcome all obstacles and achieve their cherished goal. Encounter with hope. Finally, on the horizon appears a bright ray of hope. The parents see signs of improvement in their daughter's condition. It's the moment when all their efforts begin to pay off, when each stage passed brings them closer to their goal, recovery. They feel their hearts fill with joy and gratitude, seeing their daughter grow stronger with each passing day. It's an encounter with hope that gives them the strength to keep fighting and believing in the best. With this new inspiration, they direct their efforts towards new horizons, ready to overcome any difficulties that may arise in their path. And they know that, despite all the trials, they have each other and hope for a better future for their family. The conclusion of this story is that love, resilience, and hope can overcome any difficulties. Despite all the challenges faced by the main characters, their inner strength and dedication to each other allow them to overcome all obstacles. The story shows that even in the darkest moments of life, there is a place for hope and light. The parents stand up for their child, despite all the difficulties. Their love and dedication are a source of strength and inspiration.